Namaskar, greetings. This is Dr. Reena Pathak with the Thursday video. Today's video is on poetry. Poetry is basically a feeling or thought which has been, penned down. Poetry can be of many forms according to the structure, according to the themes, according to the syllable. It's not necessary poetry will be always in rhythm. Rhyme scheme also decides the kind of poetry. According to a definition of poetry, poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful emotions recollected in tranquility. Means when the person has been tranquil, at peace, he or she has penned down those powerful emotions which he or she has felt. So let us go deep into the types of poetry. The most common that we talk about is a sonnet. Sonnet is basically 14 lines poem. A sonnet can be either a Shakespearean sonnet or a patriarchal sonnet. Shakespearean sonnet has a rhyme scheme which goes as AB, AB, CD, CD and EF, EF, and then last two lines are G, G. Whereas in a patriarchal sonnet, there is a division between the octave, that is the 8 lines, and the sestet, which is the 6 lines. So sonnet is the 14-line poem. We have lyric. Lyric is poetry as lyre. The word lyric comes from the word lyre. That is a musical instrument which is usually played like this. So any poetry which is in a musical movement, the rhythm is very strong, it is supposedly a lyric. Then we have limerick. Limerick is usually catchy, very, very strong, but funny. 5 lines which we use for limerick. So this is the 5 lines which are usually told in a limerick. Then we have free verse. Free verse means there is no rhythm. It is just a spontaneous, overflow of the emotion which has just been penned down, which may be slightly prosic and it may not have any rhyme or rhythm which is commonly stated out. We have ode. Ode we usually say when there is a lyrical expression, but it is written for something or someone, like we have Shelley's, P.B. Shelley's many odes, ode to the west wind, ode to a skylark, ode to a nightingale. So that is an ode. So if you go to see, we have many kinds. Now another very, very oft spoken is a ballad. We have the ballad of East and West, which is usually long poems, which is basically, this should be D, ballad. It's usually long poems which are usually historical in their movements and they refer to maybe a huge story. The ballad of East and West, where never the twain shall meet. It's a very, very powerful poem which is taken up in the secondary and the higher secondary classes. We also have the blank verse, which is also like the free verse, which is no rules, it's just a creative flow of emotions. If we now just summarize, we see that poetry is an expression through different ways and lines by which these formats can be taken. So we have sonnet, we have lyric, we have limerick, we have ode, we have ballad. So basically you must know only the rhyme scheme, and then most of your work is done. Rhyme scheme is usually taken out from the last word of the lines, and the rhythm is checked with the next line, and we usually put capitals for the rhyme scheme, that is either A, B, B, C, C, or A, B, or even we have A, B, C, A, B, C. So it would all depend on your rhyme scheme, what kind of poetry are you reading. So happy reading, and if you have liked the video, please do subscribe, share, and let me know if you know of any other kind of poetry too. One more which I would like to mention is the Japanese haiku. Which is of the pattern of syllables of 5, 7, 5. It's a 3-line poem which will have syllables of 5, 7, 5. Syllables means the sounds in the line will be of 5, of 7, and then 5. If you know of a sonnet or a haiku or a blank verse or a lyric or a ballad, please do mention in the comment box, and let us increase our knowledge of reading poetry. Thank you.